Sometimes in FPL, you have to ask yourself some tough questions. Is it time to say goodbye to Cody Gakpo? Yeah, it's only right we get into the video straight away. Is it time to say goodbye to Cody Gakpo? Is it time for you to sell the 7.7 million midfielder that at the moment has started off the season very well? So why? Why am I telling you is it time to say goodbye to Cody Gakpo? Let's call a spade, and let's be honest with one another. Liverpool have got themselves 4 attackers, 4 marquee players that are guaranteed starters. Florian Wirtz, yes, he might go out of the team for 1 game or 2. Florian Wirtz, this attack is going to be built around him. Florian Wirtz is a guaranteed starter. Mo Salah is a guaranteed starter. Alexander Isak, who they've chased all summer and they've managed to sign him on the final day of the transfer window, is a guaranteed starter. Ekitike, fair enough, maybe a month ago, he would have been open to debate, but you look at the fact that he's hit the ground running in the Premier League, and you look at how impactful he is in dropping deep and running the channels and scoring goals and creating opportunities. He's feeling himself, he's full of confidence, and also the fact that during his time at Frankfurt, he was also utilised as a player on the left-hand side at times. It leaves us asking ourselves the one question: where will Cody play? Where will Cody Gakpo play? And for me, I think it is time to say goodbye. I feel like Cody Gakpo will come back into the team as a regular starter when, for example, there's an injury, a suspension, rotation, when Mo Salah goes away to AFCON. But I feel like at the moment, especially when you bear in mind, Liverpool's next games, Burnley, Everton, Crystal Palace. Personally, I don't feel like Alexander Isak will start against Burnley. I don't think so, but I think he will definitely come off the bench. The fact that he's with Sweden during the international break, he's training, he's about to start their games, it gives him a boost. But I feel like after the Burnley, Everton, Crystal Palace game, that's when Liverpool have got themselves Chelsea, Manchester United. A few games later, Manchester City. That is when it starts to get difficult. And I feel like Arne Slot is going to be looking at his attackers and saying, I want to make sure every single one of you guys has the match rhythm, has the match sharpness, has the match fitness, has chemistry with one another once we get to the big games. I want to make sure every single one of you guys is prepared for the Chelsea game in 3 weeks. Because of that, I feel like don't be surprised if you see them integrate Alexander Isak, maybe, just maybe, the game against Everton. Burnley, I feel like it's too early. Isak, for me, will probably start against Everton. Arne Slot wants to put his 4 attacking players on the field before rolling the dice against Chelsea, before rolling the dice against Manchester City. He wants to test them out against the relatively weaker opposition. And with all due respect, Burnley, Everton, Crystal Palace at Anfield, these are games that you expect Liverpool to win. And these are the games where he can afford to roll the dice, where he can afford to gamble, where he can afford to tweak things. At the moment, it's working. At the moment, it's working for Liverpool. They sit top of the league. They're 9 out of 9. 3 wins out of 3. But if there's a period for you to roll the dice, for you to take a gamble, for you to tweak yourself, for you to tweak your attacking line, it's games against Burnley. It's games against Everton. It's games against Crystal Palace at home. And because of that, my advice would be, after the game against Burnley, Cody Gakpo, you might need to look at him and say, Hermano, brother, it's time for you to move. It's time for you to get sold. It's time for me to put that 7.7 million in my pocket and maybe, just maybe, put it into another player, because I just feel like they're a far better team. When you look at Ekitike on the left, then you look at Mo Salah on the right, then you look at somebody like Florian Wirtz, then you look at somebody like Alexander Isak leading the line. I just feel like Cody Gakpo would be too expensive to keep on your bench, too expensive to start, knowing his minutes are not going to be consistent. And in FPL, you need yourself consistent, reliable assets. Gakpo, for me, after the game against Burnley, he is an unreliable FPL asset. And for 7.7 million, it's a lot of money to be putting into somebody that's not a guaranteed starter. You could put that 7.7 million into somebody else. For example, like a Jack Grealish, somebody like a Dewsbury Hall, somebody like a Iliman Ndiaye. 3 players from Everton. Everton got great fixtures, and these dudes are beginning to pick up. You can see the chemistry. Far cheaper. It leaves you with $1 million or 2 to maybe go and put into another player. Gakpo, for me, it's time to say goodbye, and maybe, just maybe, we'll meet once again. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe for all your FPL content, all your FPL tips and hints. Come on. Come on. Sometimes in life we have to help one another. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit the like button, engage in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on another one.